I know what you're thinking. What has he done this time? But fret not, because these are actual proper models. The X-Fighter and Tie Wing. These are the fabled ugly ships, or at least two of them, as featured in various comics and novels in the Star Wars Expanded Universe, now dubbed Legends canon. And these are official LEGO models. You take a basic X-Wing and a basic TIE Fighter, slightly smaller than previous iterations. At least I think it's a little smaller. And certainly smaller compared to the massive TIE Interceptor I've reviewed in the past. And basically you give them quick change wings, allowing for this particular model of X-Wing and this particular model of TIE Fighter. Now, because I'm not one to just leave it alone, I will spread the wings of the TIE, assuming they don't break off. One moment. Okay. Now, the way that wings open is similar to the original gray X-Wing, as featured in the first version of the LEGO Star Wars collection, which I have. And you got to open them by hand instead of using a turn crank to open the wings using rubber bands. But honestly, the result is pretty solid. It even has similar satellite dish blaster cannons. And yeah, it even has a pair of spring cannons for the lower wings, although it should technically have 4, because it's got 4 blasters. As for the TIE Wing, it also has blaster cannons. I don't know if you can see that properly, but it's got cannons there to represent the twin blaster cannons famous for the TIE Fighter. And so yeah. Overall, I would say the reimaginings of classic models breathes new life into what some would argue is a cash grab, because some of us already have TIE Fighters and X-Wings, and why should we get these new ones? But honestly, I'm glad I invested in these. They're a nice change. I mean, you could technically swap bits and pieces around, but not officially. With previous models, that is. But with these, it's something new that pays homage to some of the classic lore, and it just breathes new life into the whole section of this particular batch of LEGO models. And if this is your first time getting these particular items, you're not going to be disappointed, because they are gorgeous. These particular examples are the best they've looked in years. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding me to learn how to speak. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, never stop building, never stop imagining, and even ugly ships are beautiful in their own way, even if they're labeled as death traps in the lore. May the Force be with you always.